Okay, hey everybody, this is Mr. C of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Welcome to day 2 of voice lessons. Okay, so the last time we met, we talked about solfege. We were doing a lot of solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Notice how I went up and I went down. Okay, so the idea is that is so that we can get centered on pitch. Okay, also I told you guys as an assignment to recite, memorize the solfege. Okay, notice how I can say it back and forth, upwards and down. Okay, only because I've went to memorizing it. So making sure that again, kind of looking back at the previous video. Okay, make sure that you go back to day 1 of voice lessons and make sure that you're also looking at the chart. If you are a member of the academy, on the dashboard through patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, you can look for the practice chart regarding the solfege. Okay, now today we're going to be focusing a lot on not just pitch centeredness, but basically maintenance of the voice. Okay, and certain drills and exercises that you can use in order to improve on your tone, your projection, things like that, even incorporating breathing, all of that. Okay, so there'll be a bunch of drills, a couple of drills that we're going to be working with. Okay, and then I will have that ready as on a practice chart also for you members of the academy. You will have that on a PDF that you can look for it and you can use it as a reference to get into practice. All right, so what I'd like us to do first, okay, is to make sure that we are sitting up straight. Right now I'm in the seated position. Your back must be straight, shoulders relaxed. Okay, let's do a couple of stretches so that we can get ourselves ready to sing. Okay, so here we go. Everybody start rolling the shoulders back. Start rolling the shoulders back. Okay, feel that nice massage in the shoulders. Okay, great. Now everybody roll them forward. Make sure you're breathing as you're doing this. Great. Now everybody rotate the necks in a circle very slowly. Nice and easy. Okay, great. Everybody rotate in the other direction. All right. Great. Everybody look all the way up. Look all the way down. Look all the way up again. Look all the way down. Now look all the way to your right. Look all the way to your left. To the right again. To the left again. And shrug and hold, and drop. Once again, shrug and hold your shoulders, shrug and hold them, and drop. Okay, everybody take a deep breath in. Make sure you are expanding on the stomach. In fact, I'm going to stand up for this one, okay, so that you can get a good idea of how you should be. Here we go. Make sure your posture, now your stance also. Now that we're standing up, everybody, it's a good idea for us to stand right now. So as you're standing up, look down at your feet. Make sure they are shoulder distance apart. That's the idea. You want to make sure, again, that your stance, you have equal distribution of weight between both sides of your body. Your stance shouldn't be very wide, and it shouldn't be close together with your feet too close together. Okay, that lacks a little bit in balance. Okay, good, nice, comfortable, balanced stance has your feet, at shoulder distance apart. Okay, your hands are at your sides. Okay, and now we're going to take a deep breath. Okay, let's put our hands in our stomachs. Remember this breathing exercise. We breathe in, stomach goes out. You push, you're going to use your abdominals to push your hand outward, okay? Like filling up like a balloon, okay? Then when you breathe out, your stomach goes down like you're deflating, okay? All right, here we go. Everybody take a deep breath and breathe in, breathe out. Once again, breathe in, breathe out. One more time, everybody. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, I'm going to give you a nice little count. Okay, nice little 4 count. We're going to hiss. We're going to hold out a hissing noise for about 15 counts. 15 counts. Last time we did 10. We're going to do 15 counts this time, okay? So, when you do the hissing, it's going to be a held out hissing noise, okay? Not broken up. We're not going to go okay? We're going to okay, for 15 full counts, okay? Ready? Hands on your stomachs. Once again, When I give you a 4-count tempo, breathe in and hiss and hold that breath, okay, as you're hissing through it, okay? Here we go, 15 counts. 1, 2, ready, and breathe. And off, okay? Did you do it well? Were you able to hold it out? Okay, if you conked out before those 15 counts were done with, that's okay. You know, we're actually going to do it one more time, okay? But again, keep the breath that you have, okay? Don't look to let it all out in one shot, okay? Okay, in all honesty, actually, I think even me doing it, you know, as I'm teaching, I think I could have done it myself a little bit better, okay? I think I started to kind of go down with my stomach muscles here. I started to go down a little bit sooner than I'd like, okay? That's just me. But that's the whole point. When we start to get more aware of our body and everything that we're doing, especially when it comes to voice, we have to be doubly aware of our body, because our vocal cords, they're part of our body, okay? This is our instrument, okay? So we have to make sure that our structures and everything are intact, okay? So once again, hands on your stomachs, guys. Okay, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, backs are nice and straight. On my 4 count, take a breath in and then hiss for 15 counts. Here we go. One more time. And 1, 2, ready, breathe. And off, okay? How well did you do there, guys? Did you do a good job? Great job, everybody. Give yourselves a nice little round of applause, okay, if you were able to do that, okay? All right, guys, so let's get right into now. Let's warm up a little bit with pitch, okay? Keeping pitch in mind, okay? And also with the solfege, we're going to go from low do to high do and back, all right? This is our starting note right there. Do. Okay, if you happen to be on the lower side, by the way, okay, you happen to be a baritone, like a bass baritone, you know, you might want to go an octave lower. Do. Okay, we're gonna do that, but this is our starting note. Do. Okay, remember to exaggerate every syllable. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, okay? Use those cheek muscles, okay? Exaggerate, pronounce, okay? Your diction has to be good, okay? And push the sound out. Here we go. Let's do this together, everybody. Here we go. And here's our starting note again. Do. Okay, here we go. Let's go up, let's go down. And 1, 2, ready? Let's sing. And do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so were you able to go up and down, okay, forwards and backwards, okay? If not, I should have said this before, but make sure you guys should have the practice chart of the solfege. Maybe even have written it down. Okay, you can use that as a reference right now. You don't have to. You do have to have it memorized. Okay, but for our purposes right now, if you don't have it memorized just yet, yeah, use it as a reference. Okay, the more you have it visible, the more closer you will be to actually memorizing. But you know what I say last week's assignment was to make sure you recite it, looking at it about 20 times, and then turn it over, and then test yourself to see if you've got it. Kind of like studying for a spelling test, all right? So that's the idea. That's how you want to memorize the solfege syllables, okay? Let's do it again, but this time we're going to do it in a different key. That's the new do now. We're going to go right there. Do. Okay, remember, hit every pitch crisp, like hammering in a nail straight, right? Hit it dead center. Do. Don't slide up to it. Do or do. Okay, we don't want to go up, down. We want to hit it. We want to hit every pitch dead center, like you're hitting the center of a nail to hit it, to hammer it in straight. Okay, so do, there we go. Let's make sure. Do, ready, and on my count. 1, 2, ready, let's sing. And do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And done, okay? So notice, again, structurally, our stance has to be well, okay? Back, remember the neck has to be straight, okay? Shoulders relaxed, back straight, okay? Make sure you have those intact while you are singing, before and during, okay? Let's do one more half a note, half a step up. This is our new do right there. Sing it or hum it to yourself. Do. Okay, here we go on my 4 count. Once again, 1, 2, ready, let's sing. And do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And done, okay? How well did you do, guys? Were you on pitch? Were you projecting? Were you pushing out? Okay. All right. Those are all those things you have to ask yourself. Okay. And if you're falling behind a little bit on those type of things, okay, remember that you can go back to this video. You just practice and repetition. These are these things that you want to continue to practice. You should have a piano keyboard of some kind, like I keep referring to for pitch purposes. If you don't have a keyboard, again, you can always download an app. Okay, a piano app from any, okay, you can download it on your phone, you can download it on your tablet, okay, but there are free piano apps that simulate an actual piano, and, you know, as soon as you tap on the screen on a particular key, okay, that'll be your pitch. So you really don't necessarily have to know how to play piano per se. Be a good idea to know where middle C is, okay, just as a starting point, okay, and which I'll show you that really quickly, actually. So I'm going to bring the camera over. This is actually kind of an impromptu thing, or I'm not entirely sure. I might have shown it already. I might have shown this already to you last week when we were in when we did our day 1. But just so you know, a good starting point is middle C. Say that, middle C. And it's always in the 2 black keys in the center of the piano keyboard, or your piano or your tablet, okay, where you have the piano app. Look for the 2 black keys, because there's a lot of them, 2 and 2. There's a lot of them, and even groups of 3. Look for the one in the center of the keyboard or the piano. 2 black keys, and the white key, that is middle C. I'm going to mark it right there, okay, with it's my little dry erase there marker. Okay, it'll come off, no worries. But again, the 2 black keys and the white key just before it on the left side, that is your middle C. Sounds just like that. In fact, you can even reference that, you know, as you're watching this and you're listening to the actual note, okay? Middle C should sound exactly like this. Okay? If it doesn't, if you're playing on, let's say, one of the 2 black keys towards the right more, and here's another white key just before it, which is a high C. If it sounds like that, you know that you're too high. Or if you're over here and it sounds like this, you know that you're too low. It should sound exactly like this. That is where middle C is located. Now use that again as your starting point for doing these pitch exercises, solfege and whatever we do, okay? Use middle C as your reference note, okay? That is where we should always start. Okay, let me come back to me. Okay, let's do some more singing now, okay? Actually, I think I'm going to sit down for this. You guys should remain standing. You really should remain standing, because I'm going to get into exercises that I'm going to have to play on the piano, okay? But you should remain standing so that your posture, stance and posture can be still intact when it comes to that. I'm just kind of looking at the time. All right, we're good. We're doing good on time. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that'll be really beneficial to, not only pitch, but to exercise your voice for maintenance purposes. And then next week, we're going to look into learning a song, okay? We're going to be doing that, okay? But right now, we're getting into a lot of technique things, okay? Fundamental things that really should be done before you start getting into a song per se, okay? All right, so here we go. The first exercise that I want to show you, it's going to be kind of like going in a dynamic type of way, okay? And what I mean by dynamics, in fact, say that word, dynamics. Dynamics, we're looking into doing volume/texture changes, okay? Here's what I mean. So the first exercise, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so notice what I did when it comes to that. All I did was actually use the first 5 notes from do to sol, and I went all the way up, and I was actually kind of going back and forth. Ooh, ah. I was doing really what I was doing was do re mi fa sol. Okay, so notice even with the volume. Did you notice what I did with the volume? I went soft. I started off very soft, pianissimo, very soft, and I started to kind of gain momentum there. Not momentum, I should say volume change. I started to gradually go up little by little in volume. That is what's known as crescendo. Everybody say that, crescendo. Actually, I'm going to write it on the board for you guys so you can spell it out, okay? This is stuff you ought to know, music, technical music-wise, okay? It's spelled C-R-E-S-C-E-N-D-O, crescendo, okay? So that's crescendo, and crescendo simply means, okay, to gradually getting louder. Okay, so that's what crescendo means. It means gradually getting louder. Okay, and that's the way I took it. Imagine if you're taking the volume knob from your stereo, your car radio, or any device that you're listening to. You're taking the volume knob. You know how it turns, right? And as you're listening to a song, okay, or on the radio or whatnot, you're gradually increasing the volume as they're playing. So imagine that, okay, crescendo would sound kind of like that. Okay, it kind of little by little. Okay, that's really kind of what you're doing when it comes to crescendo, okay? We're gradually getting louder, okay? So let's take that again, okay? And this is a really good exercise, especially for the vocal cord, maintenance of the vocal cords, because what you're doing is you're moving those cheeks to the syllables of ooh ah. Okay, these vowel sounds actually ooh ah, okay, and then ending on ooh, okay, and you're gradually increasing the volume as you go. So listen very carefully again. It should sound like this. This is your starting note, okay? Okay, and it would be sung like so. Okay, if I was to play do it without the piano. Okay, so I'm just gradually getting up there in volume, okay? It's really a good vibrational wise for your vocal cords. It's very good at kind of stretching it without stressing it, okay? And the different volume changes definitely helps with that, okay? And so from there, you can go to a different key. Okay? So this time actually I'm going to do it on the lower side for you gentlemen, okay? okay? While the ladies, anybody who's a lady who's up here in range, stay right there. Ooh, ah. Okay, whereas the gentleman, you're gonna go ooh, ah. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this together, okay? And on my count, make sure you take a breath as soon as I finish giving you that count. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1, 2, ready, sing. There's my stomach. Okay, I'm expanding it. Ooh, ah, or ooh, ah. Okay, so make sure that you breathe just before you come into it. Here we go. Without further ado, here we go. 1, 2, ready, sing. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Okay, and notice again, whenever I do this, that's a cue to stop. Okay, so there you go. That was in the next key. Let's go half a step higher from there. And now I'm going to come up here with the higher singers. Ooh, while the gentlemen or you lower singers, you stay down there. Okay, here we go. Remember, crescendo. Gradually get louder, starting off soft. And 1, 2, ready, and sing. Good. Okay, let's do it again. Up another half step. I'm gonna go with the lower singers this time. While you ladies, ooh. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Okay. Okay, this time I'm gonna be up here. Ooh, gentlemen, stay down here. Ooh, okay, ready, and let's do it. 1, 2, ready, let's sing. Okay, and let's do one more. Okay, ladies, stay up here while I sing with the gents. Ooh, ready, and 1, 2, ready, crescendo. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Okay, great job, everybody. Okay, so that's the ooh-ah exercise, crescendoing, okay, doing our crescendo, okay, gradually getting louder. That's the type of exercise I want you to practice, which will be found on the practice chart today, okay? Now, let's do one more exercise that I want you guys to work on. And this time, instead of elevating, going higher up into our higher ranges with the crescendo, right? This time, we're going to really, really work on our intonation, our tone. We're going to work on our tone, okay? And when it comes to this, what I would like everybody to do is to kind of touch the nasal cavity, okay? Of your nasal cavity. Touch the nasal cavity right over here, okay? And as you are talking, okay, even hum yourself. Just kind of do that, okay? And feel the vibrations happening whenever you hum or even speak. I can feel it right away. Just kind of do that. Okay? Now, if you feel a lot of that vibration, okay, especially even when you're talking, you could, just say hi or bye or hello, how are you doing today? You're going to feel some vibration going on right about here, all up in the nasal cavities, okay? Because when we speak, that is how tone is formed. We don't even do it on purpose. We don't do it with any purpose in mind. We just speak, right? But we don't know how it is that when we speak, we don't always sound very soft. Okay, if I start to sound soft like this, it's because I'm being very airy. Okay, right now I'm just almost to a whisper, but not quite. There's still a slight tone in there, but it's very soft. Okay, that's where I'm holding back. Okay, but now when I start to speak very, very clearly, okay, just like so, I'm upping my volume here. The tone is being vibrated right in this nasal cheek area, okay, in this cavity area. That's how the tone is able to be projected even more when we speak, okay? This is also a reason why jazz singers sound a certain way, okay? Because they've mastered the ability to project the tone right over here while they are singing, even when they're scatting, the scat singing. Okay, it almost sounds like they're speaking. You wonder how does that happen? It almost sounds like they're speaking, but they are singing, but they're not sounding quite like, say, an operatic singer. Oh, del mio dolce ardor. Okay, now you see me doing that. I was just singing in Italian right now, which, by the way, that word crescendo is an Italian word. Okay, lots of dynamic markings in music are written in Italian. Okay, that's FYI right there. But now, again, okay, there's with classical music, there's a combination of the tone, but mostly diaphragmatic. Okay, like very, very big, and it usually comes from the diaphragm. But with jazz singers, it's mostly here that the tone is projected. Okay, and so that's why they have this laid back, almost like they're speaking, if you will, for lack of a better word, lack of a better understanding. But that's kind of what they sound like, okay? And that's because they know how to manipulate their nasal cavity, okay, cheek cavity passages over here, along with shaping the mouth in a certain way. Now, this is a good exercise to reinforce that, okay? To reinforce that sound. We're going to do this, okay? Watch me. That's it. That's what we're going to do, okay? Except we're actually going to go half a step lower each time. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, I'm actually doing like a minor movement. Okay, it's like a minor movement, and I'm just doing it on E. And not only just E, I'm not just E. No, I'm the most annoying sound you can possibly think of. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, okay? So I want you guys to get exaggerative with that, okay? Like really scrunch up the nose over here, okay, on the bridge of the nose, and make sure you have that particular sound, okay? This, again, improves on your tone overall, okay, to be able to project, okay? You have to really smile that E, okay, that long E vowel sound, okay? Let's try it together. Here we go. I'm going to give you a nice 4 count before we come in, and sing with me. 1, 2, and ready. Let's sing. And okay, now we're going to go down a half a step. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to right there, and let's sing it in. Good. Now let's go now. Another half step. And let's sing it, guys. And I messed that up a little bit, but that's where ultimately we're getting there. It's just 3 notes. Okay, back and forth. All right. So, and we're going lower. Here we go. And okay, another half step lower. And let's sing it. There's our note. And there's our first note, and sing. And if you can get lower there, that's a low G, below middle C. Ooh, excuse me. I feel like I'm not. There we go. There's our F sharp, and go sing. One more. This is our F, okay? And sing. Okay, so again, maintaining that E, okay, really helps. So when you're doing it, if you're doing it right, by the way, if you're not just going E, okay, it's got to be very exaggerated. E, if you're doing that correctly, you should automatically feel a very good vibration right about there, okay? And again, this will reinforce that jazz singing type of style where you're able to sort of sing speak and the tone be there because of the way you shape your mouth, just because of this exercise. This exercise definitely helps with that, all right? So 2 exercises you will be working on, okay, and I will have the practice chart for that. Refer to this video. The link will be attached to the sheet, okay, to the practice chart on there, okay? So you can easily click on it, go back to the video, and practice this with the video and repetition, and then try to turn it off. Try to turn off the video and practice along with just doing this, okay? Again, okay, find middle C, okay? All right, and the practice chart will actually have that. And just, we're going to do the, you're going to practice the ooh-ah, 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 ooh. Okay, those, you know, working on the crescendo dynamic, gradually getting louder. And then, of course, maintaining that exaggerative, scrunched up nose, okay, from the bridge, and okay, really like that, okay? Okay, that will again help you with your tone. All right, always, and while you're doing these exercises, make sure to stay on pitch. That's the idea, okay? All right, everybody, that was a great job. Give yourselves a nice little round of applause, okay? Make sure you maintain your stance, your posture, everything as you're doing all these things. This will definitely, especially the neck, make sure it's nice and straight, stable, okay? No movement like this, as I spoke about last week in day 1, so that this way you don't damage your vocal cords in a long-term process, okay? All right, everybody, great job. Whilst I'll see you next week, okay, with a little song that we're going to go over, okay, in our day 3 of voice lessons, okay? So as always, my friends, I wish you happy practicing. Everyone, take care and have yourselves a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.